Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. Due to a little bit of technical difficulty, we are here now. We hope you are too. Somebody please say something in the chat room so we know that we're live. Because I have a feeling there is something unplugged that should be plugged. And there's
Hi,
no one there.
everybody. Let me see if let us put a chat
Let's-
in.
It's not going out.
Are all the plugs in? It's not.
There's the private chat.
Oh yeah, that's private chat. Oh my
Yeah, that's
God.
private. Okay. I can't type.
Okay, let me do it again. I just went into comments.
Somebody would be here, girl. I have a feeling when we've unplugged everything, something got really unplugged.
I think so too.
I think something really got unplugged.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
have to do something.
I don't know how to fix that. I don't
Oh
know.
no, 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 no. We're here. Hey,
We're
Laura.
here. Okay.
Hey.
Yay!
We're
Yay!
having technical difficulties. Thank you for showing up because we can't figure out if we're on live or not.
No, that was so strange. Sorry. Welcome to the Crone Zone, and Dr. Gail's with us today. We weren't sure we were live. We moved our studio all around, and so things, I wasn't sure it was actually going out.
Broadcasting.
So that's wonderful. Ah,
Hey, Susie. Hi. We're having technical difficulties and we've been talking about you.
we have Susie.
Yes.
Should I give you my phone number, Miss Susie?
Yeah. You give her your phone. Well, you better let Susie say she's already handling one problem, me.
I know.
I understand that.
Hi,
It's
Lauren.
worked out for any of us. So
Hi, Lauren. Welcome. And welcome to you too, of course, Susie. Thank you for being here. We'll give it a
many
few
of us know we're
minutes.
here actually.
Yeah, they rearranged their office and I don't what happened to the first one. The announcement wasn't even there, so you couldn't even get in on that announcement. Don't know what happened.
Check everything for the next.
Yes, that's very strange. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm looking to see if we are now.
Yeah, we're live now.
Oh,
Lauren and Susie here.
Yep, we're here.
Yeah.
yes. Susie, can you see us? Because all
We
I
have
see
a-
is a blue screen.
Oh, really? Let's see if I see anything.
I see a blue screen on our side.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. Still,
Okay.
What the
Let me-
heck?
Susie, if you can hear us, will you let us know if you can see us?
Oh, wait a minute. Now I got you.
You were fine. She's saying we're fine. I wonder why it's not showing up on my stream, or on yours not showing up either, is it?
It just did start showing up.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay.
Well, you ladies, all I can say is this is a problem with light workers.
Hi, Wellington. This is hilarious. This goes down in the books, doesn't it?
He fixes it.
Come on, guys, give us a break.
They did.
Well, we now know we're live. We know we're doing fine, and we had technical difficulties in the beginning.
Yes. Well, this is my time to run StreamYard too, so I don't know if it was operator error or if it was just the universe.
Also redoing your office too.
Yes, we
Yes.
completely redid the studio because
We
it
need
had
that.
two beds. It had two beds in it, and they were propped against the wall. And then we had this enormous television where the beds used to be, and lights and stuff because we were produced by people from California
Used to lots of room.
and loose. But anyway, I needed a guest bed, so we moved everything in the room over, and it's so much better organized. I don't know how it was set up. first way anyway, because this makes so much more sense.
Yes.
Okay, good. Susie's saying there was never an announcement.
And we posted, well, that's very strange.
That's what happened. There wasn't an announcement. Something happened with the announcement, so you
I guess
couldn't
so.
go in on that and do the live. So that's why you had to go back out and redo it.
Right.
So
Thanks, Susie.
had to
Thank
do
you.
an announcement. Yeah.
I am definitely technically challenged, but there was an announcement that was sent out a couple of days ago, and why it didn't do its thing. Who
Oh,
knows?
Lauren saying she saw one. Hey, Juno, she
Oh,
said
good.
she
Yeah,
saw
there
one.
was one originally.
Yeah. So anyway, don't know what happened.
It doesn't matter. We're all good now.
Yeah.
And Dr. Gail's coming from outer space today, as
Yes.
you can see from her background. She's spaced out again.
I wish I had the equipment that they have on the spaceship to
Well, yeah.
do all this.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have to do it. Somebody else would be doing it.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Well, Susie, who's doing it for me, she's been so great at handling all my stuff because I'm not sure how far along I would be if it hadn't been for Susie. Yeah.
I understand what you mean. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yay. We finally have people in the chat. We're finally live. Things are going well. So how about you starting to tell us what your new duties are?
Hey, Nancy. Hey, my new duties. Well, it went from I originally was a surgeon on a spaceship, and I also was in charge of the spaceship, and it was a hybrid spaceship, and the hybrids are mixed, where they could be human, gray, or gray Arcturian. So everybody was mixed on that spaceship. So I was a surgeon there, and I was removing implants and getting rid of negative entities, opening chakras, and balancing energy and hormones. So I was doing all sorts of things there. And then
were you working on different types of ETs or humans or just hybrid?
Both.
All the above.
All the above. And so then when I moved here to Mount Shasta, they dismissed me from my duties, and I was having to train everybody else to take over. And being human, you don't take it as well, not knowing what you're doing. And it was very emotional for me when I had been dismissed for my duties and not being told what my next job was going to be. So I had, I don't know, about a month or maybe 6 weeks that I didn't know. And they kept saying, you're so human that you have to know, just wait. And so sure enough, now I'm in charge of the Athena, which is an Arcturian spaceship, and it is a medical and military spaceship. And when we have a big mission to go on or trauma, bless you. It's the Athena splits in two. One side medical goes to Mount Shasta, the medical, and then the military one goes to Huntsville, Alabama. So so it split. And White Dragon, who's usually always in the chat, he's a big part of the military side. He's a 5-star general, and he does take charge of a lot of that. And so, in fact, I'm seeing the people who I know are military to get more information from him to what they're doing. And I will have a person under me. I've got right now a military person called Razon. It's Razon. That's in charge of the military. He's my set down, and he takes over the military. I am going to have a medical person, which I'm trying to recruit Clarice from. She was my assistant on the other spaceship, and she's a gray hybrid. She looks gray, and I really, really like her. They're wanting it to be another surgeon in that spot, but I don't think it has to be. I think she can keep the ship straight with her being who she is. So I'm trying to get her to come over. I mean, it's a big change because over on the hybrid spaceship, there was only a couple of operating rooms, and then the spaceship I'm on now is at least 100 operating rooms. So it's a big change. And like I'm now in charge of 300,000 medical personnel and 500,000 military personnel. And that's not even when my spaceship can hold up to 1 million. And that's how many traumas that we can take in. And of course, we beef up the personnel at the same time.
Right.
So that's my new duties now. And at first I was overwhelmed because I was thrown into, when I found out what it was, the mission we were going on that night. White Dragon had contacted me and he says, is this true? And it was 100,000 children that we were going to have to go in and save, and that were being tortured. And they were special children that were hybrids that were going to help the earth ascend. They had special abilities. And so we had to go in, bring them out and rescue them. And then we went in and changed their brain waves so they won't suffer from PTSD like we do. So they'll be fine, and they are ones that do have special gifts, and they will. 100,000 children with special gifts. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That have been taken away from Earth that was preventing us to ascend. So
are they going to be back on Earth?
Yeah, they're back. They're already back.
Okay. Can I ask you who their captors were?
No.
No.
Well, you could ask me who the captors were. They were the white something. White Royals. It was the White Royals, and they were the Dracos. And it was 12
of them. To them?
Huh?
What happened to their captors? The children's captors, the white whatever.
What happened to the White Royals?
Yeah. Were they taken care of?
Well, White Dragon probably could go into a little bit more, but they're not here. That's all I can say. It was 12 of them, and it was 3 leaders, and they're leaders that we don't know about. So there was 15, and there was 15 teams that were sent in to get rid of them. So a team took out each one of them. So it was a big mission that went all in at one time. Got all of those Dracos and the leaders. Yeah. And then we were over and we got all the children coming in. So we immediately started working on those children. We were going around the clock. We were able to take care of 100 children an hour, and we were going 24 hours. And so we had a whole program. And Lemuria, they were helping me. The Lemurians were helping me. The ones that didn't need immediate attention, they would go down there, and the Lemurians would distribute them to where they needed to go. And we were also having to, the soldiers that were injured also, we were having to take care of them. And how you take care of them, there's special tanks, looks like almost like big whirlpools that their body goes in and their soul goes above. And we will repair or either give them a new body and then connect them back together. So there was lots of tanks. And I think it was my 3rd day that this was going on. That's where I had to spend most of my time was with them, because the ones that had never separated their soul and their body, they were freaking out, understandably so. And I'd have to go in and calm them down and say, you will be back together. Don't worry, you're going to have a new body or your body repaired, whatever way it was going to happen. But and the ones that have had it happen before, they can stay out like 3 months, and they were calm before they have to go back together. The first timers have to be back in together within 72 hours. So those are the ones I had to pay attention to the most.
Right.
So anyway, that's what the mission was, and it was successful. So it was a big team. I have a team that is a transition team, and that team comes in and discusses with the person if they're able to, if they want to go ahead and transition, like leave this world, or do they want a new body, or do they want to repair their body. So I have a transition team that deals with that. And then another team. What was that?
I think you told me I was on that transition team.
Yes. So yeah, and then the team, there's a liaison or the diplomat team that delivers the children back to the parents. And so there's a lot that goes on with that. And so anyway, so it was a big mission. It was successful. I mean, we've done another couple of smaller missions since then, but it doesn't require me being on top of Mount Shasta and having the Lemurians help us. These are different, and it didn't require, all these other teams to come in. It might be, the transition team goes and does something, or it might be the liaison team goes and does something. So, it's Well, it's overwhelming, but I'm dealing with that one. This is a whole lot better than when they told me way back when I was a surgeon on the spaceship, and then they let me know I was the one in charge of the whole spaceship. I freaked out over that one because
That was good.
that took a long time. Used to I was going in charge of the whole spaceship because all I could think of was, oh, we're going to go to war, we're going to do this and that, and they're going, no, this is a hospital spaceship, you know. So I got better. I mean, how do I'm going to do my surgery and take me charge of the spaceship? But I've been doing that a lot easier than I did actually that first time when they told me that. I've been better on with this one. But you know,
I mean, your own little personal ship on this one.
I still have my own personal ship. Yes, I still have my little baby ship. Yes, I go out with my dog Moon, but they won't let me go out with her anymore, just the two of us, because I have to be escorted by the military just for protection sakes. And so all the others that work on that Athena, because I have the satellites teams, like the transition team is actually on a different spaceship, a smaller spaceship, and they have to get protection when we're over, you know, when we're on a mission. And
Right.
also the liaison has to have protection too on that, on those missions. So anyway, it's changed a lot more that I'm having to have more people around me all the time, which is not quite as much fun because my dog and I used to just go out and go planet hopping and go out into the net and look at all the stuff. And we used to have big time. We'd go to oceans and things. And now I've got all these third wheels with us.
Yeah, that's such fun. Bodyguards.
Three
Yeah.
bodyguards, that's exactly what they are.
I'm glad you have the bodyguards for your safety because
Yeah.
what you're doing is important work, and we need that. We
Yeah.
need you doing what you're doing.
I mean, I understand it. I don't, just still doesn't make me happy, but I understand it.
I understand. So, can you tell us about your latest missions? This one or two of the smaller ones.
Well, the smaller ones, I can't give locations or anything like that.
That's all right.
But
Chill out.
one of them was that there were nuclear bombs located in an area, and we had to go in and it was a third world country, and they don't have any capacity to have these bombs, so we had to go in and
World.
actually the diplomat had to go in. They told me I was a little too hot-headed, that I could stay up in the spaceship above them, and if they got in trouble, I would go there. But they are much better at that job than I was. I did have that job, but they are much better at that job than I am. They're better than I was at that job. And so they went in with a cool head and talked to the leaders, and of course they denied, you know, that they had them or knew anything about it. And so we had to give them 48 hours to either, and then we were going to come in and take them. And we did. We removed them. At first, we were just going to disarm them. Oh, one of them was unstable. That's the other thing. One was unstable. And so we had to, we actually removed them. We didn't leave them. We were going to leave them, and no, we didn't trust to leave them. And it wasn't as much the government that we were afraid somebody else might go looking for.
Sure.
So,
Terrorists or something. If
And
they found that security was poor around it, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and the transition team also does other things too. Like they might go out. There might be a big fire or floods or something, and you lose animals and plants and trees. So the transition team doesn't just do humans and ETs; they also do plants, animals, all that kind of transition. So it might sound like it's a pretty simple job to go in and talk to people about what they want to do, but that is a hard job. I mean, it's a hard thing to. It's a great and rewarding thing because you go in and you transition all these different things, so plants, animals, insects, everything, and usually the transition team goes in on a big job like that. So,
Right.
so
That would be a good job for sure.
what was that?
That would be a big job.
It is a big job. It's a very big job. Oh, sorry. That's my phone.
That's okay. I just had a notice come up on the computer, so I don't know what that was
Of course,
about.
my other phone keeps going.
Well, it's been written that we need to do.
Sorry.
I can't read.
All sorts of technical.
No worries. No worries.
So anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm excited about it. Actually, that whole first week I didn't sleep at all, and
I can imagine.
because I was so wired from working up there, and then of course I had to stay calm down here. I had to make my life easier here, and so that's it. That's
You were
the
tired.
job.
I bet you were very tired.
When you got to sleep,
I was tired. I was tired all week. Yeah.
I can imagine. I'm just running through the notes to see if anybody
ask the question.
has a question. Yeah, we're having a lot of glitches in the matrix, Lauren.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm
Yeah.
seeing a few people. I'm seeing
Gina G. Covington and Damaris, Gina M. Dozen Cats for Me,
and Vivian, yeah.
Viviani, Debbie
Deb.
Kane. You guys, thanks for coming.
Thank
Everybody's here. I love it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the announcement. Trying to figure out. We went through all sorts of. In fact, we were on here just chit chatting away, going, "Oh, we're live. Oh no, we're not live."
Maybe not, because there's no chat.
Exactly.
I have no idea what happened, but nevertheless, it all worked, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
We're here now.
So
Oh,
what-
man, it went well. Oh, great! I'm glad it did. I'm so glad. There's a somebody I've worked with that she's telling me that
oh,
they're
good.
doing fine. They're doing fine now. Somebody, yeah.
Yay.
Is it okay to talk about the safety centers?
Oh, we can talk about the safety centers. I'm going to pull my notes up now. We talked about this on the live that I did with Mary, because Mary left me a message and about her. You know, she was talking to the team of ETs, and they were the blue team, and on the spaceship, and on the hybrid spaceship, and on the regular spaceship, medical people wear black suits, and it has a splash of blue on the cross it. And
Right.
now mine, I get a purple one, has a slash across it.
Woohoo.
The military,
I love purple.
the military, or the other people that work on the spaceship is gold that comes across here, but the medical team. Anyway, the medical team was up talking to her and came forward, and I was one of the ones that was there, and they said that I'm going to read the notes that I wrote down, that Mount Shasta has secrets that are going to be unloaded, and the blue people will be marching forward. It's the people wearing those uniforms, and she is actually creating a retreat that'll be probably in the next couple of years, and they were going to talk about, she's not having trouble funding that, and she had to consent that she was going to help them, and she was also told that we are going to have safe places, and we're going to be creating safety centers from coast to coast and all over the world. And of course, that's why we think I was sent to the West Coast, is to create these safety centers, and she's staying on the East Coast. And that they would be showing that we're supposed to take in these people. We're thinking they're Starseeds or aliens. We're not real sure how they're going to show up, but we are to see them glowing with blue and gold. And we're to give them we're to take care of them. We're to feed them. We're supposed to give them a safe space and refuge. And they may not know how important they are. And if we see somebody who shows up that looks gray, then that's a trickery, and we're to say no. Now,
Oh, interesting.
we're
So if they
still
show us as a gray, it's not real, and
So we're still processing this, trying to figure out what that all is about. And Mary thinks it's not going to happen for 2 or 3 years, but I have a funny story about that, because in the very beginning, when I had an ET show up and told me that I was going to go in and start rescuing ETs out of the sick and dying ones out of these places, or the the Area 51 places.
Right.
And
Right.
I looked at him, I goes, oh, who's going to train me? I guess that'll be in 2 or 3 years. Y'all going to train me how to do this. Well, it was next week. I had to start the next week.
Mary, beware. She better have a
I was in shock. I was like, I thought 2 or 3 years of training, and I was trying to figure out why in the world was I the one. And of course, in the beginning, all they told me was because I looked human was the only reason why I was chosen. But I understand it now, because they look ET and I look human, so I can get in and out of a lot of places they can't. So
Sure.
Anyway, so I'm just kind of laughing when Mary's going, oh, this will be 2 or 3 years from now. I'm just going, if it's 2 to 3 years like I thought it was in the beginning, it started the next week. So I don't know how people were going to show up, because the vision I got was they were going to wear a gold and blue jersey, and they were going to wear gold slippers. And I'm going, surely not. It can't be that obvious. I think it's. I think we're going to know it, but I don't know. I mean, we're still working with this, that what this message actually means, and I'm sure it will come to us soon.
Well, it takes time to unpack messages like that. I'm still unpacking messages that I got when I was in Mount Shasta, and that's been weeks ago. But things are still popping up.
Yeah, I think it happens a lot like that, but most of the time mine doesn't. It's like even like this, I get a promotion and we're going on a mission tonight. That's
Right.
how I get it. I don't get the weeks or whatever's time to process this. Is usually when I get the messages now. You're going now. So anyway. So I don't. Since Mary got this message, it might be later. If it came to me directly, then I would know it.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. Stand by.
Jenna had a question about the surgeries, and she wanted to know if you actually use instruments, or is it physical, or what?
Energetic.
One more time. Can you highlight that question?
On your surgeries?
On my surgeries,
do you physically do something, or is it all energetic, or how do you do your surgeries?
It's energetic, but I see myself physically doing the surgeries on the spaceship, but it is energetically.
Right.
Cool.
So do you have energetic knives and scalpels, or is it?
Well, it's different on the spaceship. It's not like it is on Earth. There's a lot of different things, because there's a lot of special equipment that we use. Like if we're using removing an implant, we have it looks like almost X-ray equipment that identifies the implant, and I'll go in and a lot of them I use it like a syringe that sucks them out. So there's different things or different ways to do it, and to get rid of it, it goes in the jar, incinerates it. So there's different things, and even looking at open up the chakras, there's a piece of equipment that goes across, and you see each light up as the chakras get cleaned and opened up. And then there's a monitor for the chemistry where it goes up to a different thing, and the hormones, there's a monitor for that. So there's all sorts of equipment that I'm able to use, and it's on the spaceship, and I see it. But energetically, I can take a person up there to it, operating room, and have it and do the surgery on them.
Right.
So, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. The very first surgery I went up and took an implant out. My assistant, as I said, is Clarice, and she's a gray hybrid. And a gray hybrid, she is gray and human, but she looks gray. She can't pass as human. And I took the implant out, and I took it and I threw it on the floor and I stomped on it. I was mad at it because of what it was doing to this person. And she's looking at me and not realizing I'm just going through the motions because I'm mad at it. And she comes here with a jar like, this is what you're supposed to do with it. Put it in here. And I started laughing at her, and I'm going, I know, because of their tiny little things. Like me stomping on it wasn't going to do anything, but it was just the idea that I'm mad at.
Emotions, because we still have emotions and they don't so much.
Exactly.
So what are the implants doing to people? What kind of implants were you removing? What do they do? It all You'll be worried about having implants?
Yeah, the implants are to keep people. A lot of people, their symptoms are they're angry all the time, they're depressed, even have suicidal thoughts, and it's to keep their emotions down. And it's a lot of times working. The solar plex is a real common place to be aggravated, and it's just to keep you in the 3D world. Is what it is. And so you can't ascend whenever you remove these things, and you get the person changing their outlook, then they get to ascend. I mean, it's very transformational to take a negative implant out. And usually, obviously, most common places on the pineal gland, but there are positive implants too now. And that does give you direct information from whoever you're connected with. And it's usually your star family. Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you. Do we make soul agreements to allow these type of things before we incarnate here?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure about that part, but I do go in before remove and make sure that it isn't their contract or that they're not supposed to have these things. Right. So I do check with the Akashic records on that. And in fact, I've never run into where somebody's supposed to keep a negative implant. I've not run into that. Or it might be the people that are coming to me are the ones that are supposed to have them removed. You could kind of go around in circles on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want any implants. Thank you very much. Unless they enhance something. That would be all right.
I'm going to say I'm fine with the implant as long as it's a direct way of giving me information. If it's a positive, if it's negative, no, you don't want to have a negative implant because your life is pretty miserable if you have a negative one.
Well, you just turn on the TV and you got a negative implant.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Juno also asked you, Dr. Gail, are those of us who are trained on the earth plane to do energy work more likely to be tapped by the ETs to do this same work as them?
Well, probably, Juno, but I'm finding that and this has happened in the past couple of weeks. I'm finding the people who are listening to me are the ones that are working with me, like on the spaceship on different roles. And because it's not the words I say, it's what's coming in, the sound of my voice is connected.
The vibration frequency.
Vibration of my voice, and you're connecting to that and you're getting the information that way. And I did not know that until a few weeks ago, that they said, it really doesn't matter what you say, it's the vibration and the connection that you have with the people, that the messages are coming through. So
actually, that's what we were told about our channel as well, that it all has to do with the frequency and what we're projecting, the unconditional love and unity consciousness that we are projecting that matters, not really what we're saying. Exactly. And we got that message several months ago.
Right.
Which okay.
Okay. Well, let's just sit here and talk about anything. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So do you have the ability to highlight questions?
Yes, I do. If you tell me how.
Oh,
just go to forum, right?
Okay, yeah, just go over to the what they're saying and just hit it.
Yeah, if you guys would do it in capitals, that would help for sure.
Juno Spears was all in capitals, and she wants to know if she's working with you.
Okay, I got that one.
Okay.
Okay, so you got it highlighted. There you go. Yay! That does help a lot. Because it helps me actually connect with the person when I can see it also. So, Juno, are you working with me? I'm sure you are. I would have to kind of tap into that to see what you're doing. Let me hold on just a second. Let me see.
Thank you, Viviane.
And we also want to remind everybody it is for entertainment.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thanks. Juno, I do see you on the spaceship, but I'm going to have to dive a little deeper because it looks like to me you're it's almost like you're some kind of therapy person. And I'm not sure what kind of therapy you're doing. It almost looks like it's some kind of psychological therapy. Oh, it looks like it's post-traumatic stuff that you're dealing with, working with people. Anyway, it looks like to me you're in the therapy department, and it looks like you're working kind of with the PTSD. Not exactly that, but somewhere in that kind of realm that you are working with people. I hope that makes sense. I think I would have to dive a little deeper into that. Know exactly sure. It's hard to get way deep into it, and something like this. So that's where I see you, is you're doing some kind of therapy, and it almost like it's a combination of PTSD, and also you're doing some kind of making them work with their arms or legs or something. Also, it's also some kind of physical thing that goes with that. So I'm not sure that we will be able to identify what that is on human terms or what we do on Earth. I think it's something different, that's some kind of combination like that. That's the best I can do to describe it, though, I think.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It is. It looks like it's important work, and it looks like she's working with the soldiers, with the military, trying to rehab them back.
Right. We've got another question here.
Ah, look at you now, professional.
Ooh, I've done 2 in a row.
Hi, Zeta. I would like to know what I'm doing on the spaceship also. Okay, Zeta. Okay, let's see.
Let's see who else is in.
Zeta, I see you working with animals. I didn't know this was on the spaceship. But it looks like you're working with the animals on the spaceship. Almost like you have a, almost like it's a pet daycare center. That's what it looks like.
Aww. Cool. A nursery.
And I think it's part of therapy also. But it looks like to me you're working with the pets, the animals, and it looks like all sorts of different kinds of pets. So I think the people on the spaceship must have a lot of different types of pets. And it looks like to me you're working with them in some kind of therapy also. I'm not real sure. I think this is another one that's not identifiable on Earth.
That's neat that they can take their pets on board, their fur babies with them, or maybe the non-fur babies.
Well, you know, the first time I was on the spaceship, when I was getting a tour of the spaceship, and they put me in a bubble to be protected because they didn't want me exposed to so many ETs. And then my dog Moon, who had not passed at that time, had jumped in my bubble, and I freaked out that I thought, oh, I'm going to end up, being in prison because my dog came up here. I was all upset about it, and she came up for only like maybe 15 seconds in my bubble and then disappeared. And this is a white German Shepherd who was 95 pounds. I mean, you couldn't miss her. So
Right.
I was kind of tap dancing with my words going, is anybody else on the spaceship have pets? This is a pet. I mean, I was all upset. I was worried that I was never coming out of that spaceship because of this.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. She's breached the spaceship. And
Right.
so anyway, I went up to the head, and then I asked anybody if they had any pets. And sure enough, a lady sitting over there on the computer, she opened her uniform up, and this creature came crawling up and just rubbed her on her little chin and going back down. And it kind of looked like a fuzzy lizard or something. I don't know what it was.
Lizard. I'll pass.
But, and then it went back down in her shirt, and she just buttoned it back up, and there it was. It stayed with her. And then I realized that people on the spaceships do have pets. And
That's really neat. I'm glad to know that.
yes, yeah. But I was still freaked out about my dog showing up. Of course, later, after she passed and I started meeting her up there, and then I know she worked on that spaceship. So they didn't think anything about it. I was the only one freaking out.
Right. Okay, I'm trying. Very trying.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Hey, Alfred Rec 1. Hey, Dr. Gail, I've seen you in a dream or two. Oh, okay. But don't know if I'm working with you or wishful thinking. Do you know anything about it? Okay. Well, it doesn't surprise me. It seems like there's a lot of people who are dreaming about me lately, and Mary being one of them. And I do think it's because of this new duty that I've got, being in charge of so many people. So I think I'm showing up in people's dreams, and because you're working with me. And so I think that's why I'm showing up, is probably that I'm kind of saying, well, this is your new duty. You're now working with me. I think that's what's going on. And so alphanumeric 1, let me see what you're doing.
Z is up at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Right there.
Okay. We got any more?
Yeah. No. Up there.
I kind of see you in the military part. Yes. I'm not exactly sure what your duties are. Actually, the people who are in the military, I'm actually referring them to White Dragon, because he is the general. He's way up there, and he can help identify what you're doing. Anyway, I think you're on the military side, Alphanumeric 1. I think you're doing something military-wise. Seeing me in the dream, I think that's just because of my new role. I think I'm kind of going in and going, hey, wake up. It's time to work. This is what you're doing now. So I think that's what's going on.
And is it Zeta? Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm.
She says she's always dreaming it with puppies and children.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad. Well, that's what you're doing.
Okay, that's the only. If I've missed somebody, let me know, because that's the only questions I've received
There's
so far.
G000.
Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Yay! Thank you, guys.
Hey, Susie.
Hey, Susie.
How do you feel about your new duties versus your old duties, NAM Commander?
Dr. Gail, Commander Gail.
What was that?
It's no longer Dr. Gail, it's Commander Gail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Susie. I'm actually I'm okay with my new duties. I'm amazingly okay with my new duties. And because I was more taken back when I found out about the smaller duties when I was in charge of the first spaceship. You know, that one really took me back, because I couldn't figure out how I was going to be able to do my surgeries and be in charge of the spaceship. And then they reassured me that I had a lot of help. And so that's how I feel now. Since I already went over that hurdle, I know I have a lot of help. I think I have learned, because I'm extremely independent. And this all has forced me to work with people, depend on people. And that's huge for me. And so on the small spaceship, I learned that, and then that has transitioned into this spaceship, that I have to have people working with me and helping me and allowing people to help me. And that's been huge for me.
So it was a progression.
Yeah, it was a progression. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I get the feeling you're not done yet.
No, I'm not done yet. Oh, no. They got a lot more. They already told me there's a lot more ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
But I mean, how can it be bigger than this? Oh my gosh, I'm going, what is the next step? But you never know.
I can't even imagine going from a ship that holds 1 million people to what else is there?
I know. What else is there? And also, I'm in charge of North America and South America. So
does the ship sit in 5D or 4D?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Let me see if my guys can tell me that. 5D is what they're saying. 5D.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And it's how big is the ship? Miles wide? Do you have any idea?
It's huge. I don't know stuff like that. Right. And also, it's hard to say about spaceships, because it's not like our technology like they can expand to what you need and contract.
Wow.
And it's like the spaceship can split. Like the medical part went to Mount Shasta, and the military part went to Huntsville, Alabama. So, it's just amazing what they can do. I mean, even the spaceships, a small spaceship's amazing because you get in and it integrates with you, and your thoughts become what it does. It's almost like it's a living spaceship. So it's all very different and wonderful for sure. Definitely wonderful.
Sounds fantastic. Well, in a thought-based universe, that's all you need is your thoughts in 5D.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
In the beginning when I was learning how to fly, my spaceship, I had Monto, who was my teacher, and they had to take out a wonder if out of my mind or out of the spaceship to respond to, because I would go, I wonder if I can see that mouse down there on Earth, and it would go, and sorts of things like that, and they said we had to kind of get that computer not to respond to the I wonder if, because all of a sudden, and I know me, I probably started doing it on purpose too because of the reaction. But
how could you not?
Yeah, no.
Yes, I can see doing that for sure.
I wanted to see what's going down on Earth. I want to see these little tiny things and see how the spaceship responds. I know I did a lot of that. I could see. Yeah,
it's like so much fun. We all want those.
I love my spaceship. Love my spaceship. Now I'm not real happy that I have to be escorted by the military all the time, but
I don't like spaceship. That doesn't sound like much fun. Well, where are you going? When is your next live? What's your schedule look like? Who show you're going to be on, or who are you having on your show?
I have got Monday is coming on is Ann Perry, who is a numerologist. I don't know if y'all know her. She has a big YouTube channel, and she'll be coming on, and she's going to be talking about. We'll be exploring numerology, starseed numerology, because there are some numbers that kind of go like if you're Palladian, these numbers go with you. If you're Arcturian, these numbers go with you, and some intuitive things. And she's also probably will be doing a little. Like people who might want to put their birth date in, she might do a little sessions with people who do that who are there. But anyway, she's a numerologist and she's fantastic. So she's going to be coming on Monday. Also,
great.
Tuesday, Medium Kim's coming on my channel, and we're going to do healing. And we're going to be coming into, Kim's been doing some of that on her channel. So she and I are going to get together once a month. First month on my channel, next month on her channel, that people will be coming in, and when they enter the chat, they will immediately be coming into a healing. It's called the Solaris, is the star that is the healing star. They have the healing room there, and so anybody who enters the chat will be entering that room, and then we'll take each individual one, put them in the chamber. But as soon as you enter the chat, you'll be automatically be healing. You'll be under a blue soothing light that will be healing you instantly. And we'll ask people to stay in for the full chat so they can get the full benefits of that healing session. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah. So Kim and I are going to be doing that on Tuesday. And so right now, that's what's going on in my channel. My next chat for myself, or where you ask questions, I haven't done that yet. I haven't figured that out yet.
Does your friend Mary have a channel? Does your friend Mary have a channel?
No, Mary doesn't have a channel. Right. She comes on with me once a month. So I can't. I think it's usually about the middle of the month that she comes on. So she's always coming on with me. Yeah, she doesn't have it. She doesn't have really time yet to do a channel. She's been thinking about it, but right now she's just going to come on with me for once a month.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like now Mary comes on once a month, and now Kim and I will be coming on once a month, switching back and forth on channels.
You're going to be busy. And all your new jobs.
It's a good busy.
It is. I love our channel. I love the work that it takes to do it. I love everything about it. It's the people that I get to meet. All of it. It's fantastic. Well, how about we pull a card? It's a little after 4, and I was wondering if we could pull a card for everybody. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And I meant for the group, for the chat room. And tomorrow we go live with at 3:00, hopefully, if everything works well. We're doing reflexology tomorrow, right? Reflexology
Oh,
tomorrow.
reflexology. Oh, that's great. Who's doing that?
We're just going to do our show about reflexology.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, I haven't found a reflexologist here. I wish
I did meet one here on Mount Shasta. Well, this is funny. I met this guy. He's a numerologist and a reflexologist, and I was going, "Oh yeah, you got to come on my channel." And a lot of times when I tell people they need to come on my channel, and I say, "Watch my channel before you decide you want to come." Well, I haven't heard from him. I think it was too much for him on what I do on my channel.
That's okay. You for it, and that's all right too.
Yeah, I just kind of I get a chuckle out of that a lot of times because I mean I know my channel's out there and I know the stuff I do sounds crazy, and me even looking at it myself, I go, how crazy does that sound? But it is what it is, and it is what I'm doing, and so either come along or anyway. But I have another reflex. You was a good guy too.
You have a lot of fans. I think you have a lot of people that believe in you and the work you're doing. Yeah. We certainly do. Yes, we absolutely do.
Go ahead and draw a card.
You want me to draw a card?
Okay.
Yes. I've already pulled a card.
You go ahead.
Okay. And it is out of the Starseed Oracle deck, which I all know by Rebecca Campbell. I'll show you the deck.
We love it. We love that deck.
Oh yeah, and it's out of that box, and it says, "Star Brothers, Force energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust." So that's what this is, and thank you for all being here because this means to me that we're all supporting each other, and that we're all protecting, and we're all loyal, and we're all safe together with the trust. So. It's great.
I was getting that card was actually about what you discussed earlier about being safety net for the golden blues.
Yeah, I think it's coming for us coming together doing that. Yeah,
beautiful, lovely.
Yeah,
and the card that she pulled was Archangel.
Archangel what?
Ariel. Second.
Ariel.
Yeah. And it's talking about creativity and intimacy, meaning that you're getting close to people, and because you're getting closer, you're communicating to come up with more creative ideas to keep going. And that's what everybody needs to do anyway.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Everybody in the chat room, thank you guys for joining us today. I'm amazed we actually got it working, and I managed an hour, so that is fantastic. And please join Dr. Gail on her channel. Believe it or not, her information is on the video, and if it's not on this one, I will make sure it is there so you can follow her after we're through with the live. And join us tomorrow for our regular show on reflexology. And then Sunday we will have No, it's Sheila.
Oh,
Spirit Messenger Sheila is on.
Oh, yes, she's sweet, isn't she?
So it'll be another great interview. And we love you guys and surrounding you all in unconditional love and unity consciousness. And please like, share, and subscribe if you so feel like it. And Dr. Gail, thank you as always. We love having you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank y'all, everybody, for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We sure appreciate it. And we can end.
Yay!